Hello and welcome back. I'm going to have a closer look today at the Arid bed. And I know you might be thinking, Arid bed, not interested. And to be fair, I used to be the same. When I first started growing exotics, all I wanted to grow were the big leaved, fast growing things. But then I got me a puntier cactus and an agave, and I've never looked back. They're really nice plants, look good, easy to care for. Garden centres are getting them all in now, loads of different varieties, so they're easy to get hold of. So yeah, I decided to make a bed for them. I'll just say as well, all these agaves and cactus that I've got here, they've all survived at least one winter outside. They're all in pots. I used to keep them in the hut, so you've got to keep them. If you can keep them dry, they don't mind the cold. They just need decent airflow. So that is something you've got to think about if you're putting them in the ground. So where these are planted here, it's full sun, as you can see, full sun on it, well drained, so they should be pretty happy in this position. Hopefully I just need to get that protection over them, to keep them dry in the winter, and they should be fine. Right, let's have a look. So the first one is this agave Gemini flora. Different to the other agaves that I've got with these thin fleshy leaves, silk leaves. I don't know if they're leaves or what they are, but they've got this little bit of, looks like string on them, but again it's survived the winter, no damage on this at all. Plenty new ones coming in the middle, so it's growing well. Seems happier in this pot. Really healthy looking. Well, these cactus that I got out of a park, off a compost heap in a park, they must have been chopping them down somewhere in the conservatory or something. But this one got these two new pads growing it this year, and another one coming. The damage were already there when I found it, but this is again survived the winter, looking decent. I had to give one of these to a friend, and he said he's had his in the conservatory and it flowered. So hopefully I get some flowers out here. The other ones, the damage were already there, so they've got no damage from this winter. Looks like it's getting some growth on it. That one same. I'm just going to keep these in this pot for now. I don't think I'll be planting them out. I've got me Cycash Revoluta, 12 quid from Morrison's, absolute bargain. Looks like it might flush for me as well, maybe, can't really tell yet. But again, I think this looks good in a pot, full sun, plenty of water. Hopefully I can get it to flower. Little Echeveria given to me by a friend. I'm not sure about the winter hardiness on these, but I'll keep it out, give it a go. I think this looks good here against the blue of the stone. Nice fleshy leaves, plenty of new growth coming. So you'll notice it in this bed, everything has got space, because they're all architectural plants, so you give them space and they will grow pretty big as well, so you don't really want to be moving them later on. So you need to give them plenty of room and then they look a lot better. Got this blue festuca grass, got 3 of these in this bed. I've got another one in garden. I really do like these grasses. Nice blue leaves, and even flowers are blue, just bits of yellow on them. I think these look good against the blue stone that I've got. And you can pick these up end of season, garden centres and B&M places like that for 50p. To be fair, some of them are dead, but some of them, they look dead, but if you've still got that little bit of blue in them, they will probably come back. So it's well worth having a look at end of the year, just to see if you can pick any up. Blue festuca. Now this is my biggest aeonium. I'm not sure what variety it is. I think I've got 2 different varieties in the garden. Most of what I've got are cuttings off this one. They're really easy to take cuttings off. You could just cut this off here and then put it into some well drained gritty compost and it'll grow away fine. But this is a really decent size now. It looks like there's loads of different plants, but these are all actually one plant. The branches go out across. They're under the stone, but they'll go out across and then they pop back up. But this has got loads of different branches on it. Really do like this aeonium. I've had it a few different places in the garden, but this is the best place I've ever had it. Best place it looks. Really big rosettes on them now. I think they go red during the winter when they're not too happy, but when they're happy, it goes green. Get a bit of damage on it, if that's from slugs or whatever. But overall, really easy to care for. Just keep them out of the frost in the winter and they'll be fine. And I've got my 2 trackies and the Keemrox humilis. Trackie took a bit of damage in winter. They always get a battering in the first winter outside, but then next winter when these leaves have hardened up, it'll look fine. It'll just look like this one over here. Got plenty of new growth on it. 2 fronds coming through, so it looks like it's settled in. Right, now this was given to me by a friend and I've got no idea what it is. I've lost the label for it. I've looked everywhere, I just no idea what it is, so if anybody knows, drop me a comment and let me know. So I've got no idea. I'm going to leave it out in the winter. We'll see how hard it is. This were in the greenhouse last winter. I had a paraffin heater in there, so basically all that did really was take the edge off, and it's fine, so I'm hoping it will be hardy. This is a pup off my main Agave Americana Variegata. I've had loads of pups off that one. Give them to friends, people at work. Everybody I know has got one of these now. This is an aloe, which I've always had an house plant, but this year I decided to put it out into the garden. It's just flowered. Well, flowered a bit ago. I've just chopped the stalk off. I don't know if it dies when it flowers, but it's going a bit red, but looks like there is some healthy green growth in there, so we've got a pup on it as well, but the pup's not looking very good. But again, I'll keep this outside over winter, see how it goes. Right, this is something else that I've been given. I found the label for it as well. That'll focus. No, it's not going to focus. Well, it label says it's Furcarea. I've looked this up online and it says it probably hardy in the south. But again, this one in greenhouse will just be paraffin heat and it has no damage on it at all, so hopefully I can get it through another winter outside. So that's where I'll be keeping it. But I've had a look online, they do look like grow into really decent plants, so we'll just have to see. This is my Agave Americana Variegata. This was the first agave that I bought. I've had this about 4 years now. Like I say, I've had loads of pups off it. Really healthy growth. Look at them. Nice big fronds, leaves, whatever you want to call these. That yellow line at the middle and yellow on the sides. Bit of damage on it. They do get a bit of damage, but just chop this off if it starts spreading. Yeah, this is the first one I had, the biggest one. Another festuca. It looks good outside of the agaves, I think. These are some pads that I took off me Opuntia cactus. Any of these pads come off the main plant. You just put them into some, let them sit for a few days in the sun. Let it callus over, and then put them into some gritty compost, and they should grow away fine. But these are a few here now. This is me Yucca rostrata. When I had it before, it was a bit shady, so it didn't look very good at all, and I've moved it this year. I thought I killed it, but this new profile looks to be pretty green, so hopefully it's coming back. This is an agave called Agave Shakazulu. Survived winter outside, kept it dry, no damage on it at all, so again looks good. I'll be keeping this one in a pot, don't want to risk this one outside in the ground, but yeah, looks good. Now this one is what I thought were just a normal Americana, but looking at how wide these are getting now, I think it might be a Ferox. This is probably the best looking one that I've got at the minute. Really wide blades there, the indentation of the last leaf on it as well. Good feature on the agaves. Really big spikes. Another thing you need to look for as well is don't put these too close to paths, because they do bite and they do hurt. So remember, when you're planting it, it will get big. You don't want them in your leg. Yeah, I think this is the best looking agave that I've got at the minute. Beautiful. Good pup. Another Yucca rostrata that I bought. Keeping this one in this pot for now, in case the other one dies. Plenty of growth on that one. This is my main Opuntia. Again, it can take the cold, it just needs to be kept dry. This one has took some damage on it. Well, I've kept that on just to see how fast the damage spreads, but it's been on for about 2 years now. It seems to have stopped. So it looks like if they do get damaged, it's not the end of the world for them. They can recover. Like I said, with these pads, you can take these off, put them into compost and they will grow. And this does, if we get it warm enough, it does flower as well. This is my Agave Montana, bulking up in size, compact. It really, I think this one can take the wet as well. I'm not going to risk it, I'm still going to cover it up in the winter, but I think this is probably the most hardy one that we can grow here. Took a lot of finding to get one of these. Another great looking agave. This is Agave Mediopicta alba. Nice white stripes on it. Spikes aren't so big on this one. A bit more forgiving. This is probably closest to path. That's why I planted it here. Again, not much damage at all. I've got a pup coming, so I'll be taking that off soon. Another nice agave with these, I really like these white, creamy white lines on it. And another Echeveria, blue festuca. Yeah, so that's the arid bed. Like I said, I will be protecting this, keeping them dry in the winter. I've got loads of plastic and stuff to put over them, so hopefully they'll be still all there next year. Right, thanks for watching, bye.